Hello everyone, welcome back to Into Sports. I'm your host Evan, and there's only 3 games left in college basketball, so I'm here to predict all 3 of them. This weekend, we have the Final Four starting on Saturday, and why don't we just jump into the first matchup? April 6th, Saturday, 6:09 Eastern Time. The number 4 seed Auburn Tigers take on the number 1 seed Virginia Cavaliers. Virginia's 5.5-point favorites, but I like Auburn here. Listen, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid that Bruce Pearl is cooking up with his Auburn Tigers team. They play fast, they hit threes, they play with swagger, and if Auburn gets it to 75 points or more, they score that many, they're going to win this game. My only worry would be Miyamade Diakite and Jack Salt, 2 low post, tall guys. They played a lot versus Purdue, played a lot together, which they didn't typically do during the season. I wonder if Tony Bennett is going to stick with that combination because they have the size advantage against this Auburn front court, against D'Angelo Purifoy, Austin Wiley, Horace Spencer, especially now with the absence of Chuma Okeke. But I said Auburn would win if they get to 75 or more. You're thinking that's a lot of points, but they can absolutely get there. They play really fast. Their point guard, Jared Harper, electric speed. And then I look at Bryce Brown, always sprinting down the court, always finding the spot for the open three, and I look at his matchup against Kyle Guy. That is going to be where this game is won and where this game is lost. So in the Elite Eight matchup against the Boilermakers, Kyle Guy was absolutely raining down threes. And when I see Bryce Brown, I see the same exact thing. So that matchup is going to be pivotal in who wins the game. But these teams, I'll tell you, polar opposite in terms of style. Auburn plays electrically fast. They rely on threes, while Virginia, they play slow and they win with their defense. So I ask you, you're about to buy a car. Do you take the one that goes faster or the one that goes slower? Give me the one that goes faster. Give me the Auburn Tigers to win this game 77-73. Now let's hop into the next matchup. Same day, April 6th, Saturday, 8:49 p.m. The number 3 seed Texas Tech Red Raiders play the number 2 seed Michigan State Spartans. Michigan State 2.5-point favorites. And I mentioned the polar opposite styles in the last game. I look at similar styles in this game. These are 2 great defensive teams. They play at a slower pace and they grind out victories. And if they hit threes, that's a huge bonus. And when I look at this game, I'm going to pick the Spartans. Because I'm asking, can Texas Tech hit threes like they did against Gonzaga? And I'm saying no, because they typically don't. With Michigan State, you also have the best point guard in the country, the best player remaining in the tournament, Cassius Winston. I've talked about him hundreds of times on this podcast. And I think he can win his matchup against Matt Mooney, the Texas Tech point guard. The other matchup that will determine who wins this game, Jarrett Culver, Chris Beard's best player, against Kenny Goins, who of course hit that 3-point shot to seal the game against Duke. Culver struggled a little bit offensively against Gonzaga. His defense was of course exceptional, but I think that's a matchup Culver wins, although Kenny Goins will put up a good fight, and he is a very good defender. A 3-and-D guy himself. But you have to look down low on the block. Xavier Tillman and Nick Ward. Tillman played a really good game. Against a Duke. And I think they have the size against Texas Tech that will ultimately give them the game in a slugfest. 67-61, Sparty advances to play Auburn in the final. But keep in mind, this game, that game, will be won based on who can get hot from 3. But I think the better 3-point shooting goes to Michigan State. I think the better low post presence goes to Michigan State. And I think the best player on the court and in the tournament goes to Michigan State. So in a hypothetical matchup, Auburn and Michigan State, this game will be played on Monday. I'd just like to go through quickly who I think will win. I think in that matchup, I think Auburn would win. Michigan State, like I mentioned, they play slow. Auburn, they're that sports car. They're that Ferrari. They get out and they go. Although, if I'm a Tigers fan, which, kind of am, but I don't put bias in the equation, I worry about the ability of Cassius Winston to control the pace. Because I want it to be fast, up-tempo. I want to be fast breaking all over the Spartans. But Cassius Winston, an experienced, amazing point guard. He can control the tempo of the game, and if it's a slow game, Michigan State wins. But like I said, 75 or more, Auburn wins. Let me run through the other hypothetical matchups, just in case I get the Final Four games wrong. Virginia plays Texas Tech. I like Virginia. Both teams play slow, amazing defensively, two of the best defensive teams in the nation. Virginia has more playmakers. Virginia, Michigan State. I'll take Michigan State. Both teams like to play slow. I'll take the best player on the court in Cassius Winston. And Auburn, Texas Tech. I'll take Auburn. That's going to wrap it up for today's episode. I hope you did enjoy. It was a little bit of a short one, but a sweet one. And also follow the Into Sports Instagram at Into Sports Podcast. I will put it up on screen. But I hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed. I'm your host, Evan. I'm out. Peace.